the carbon monoxide. Gotta love the good old 40/20. Well, that's gonna be an issue. That wasn't there yesterday when I backed this into the shed. Let's go throw some air in it and see if we can get it to stay up. Not sure what would have caused that to go flat, other than maybe that or that. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. Today we are headed down to British to try running out some of the corn down there. We've been struggling with very wet crops and we've been bouncing around trying to find something that's harvestable, and so far we're not having much luck. They just went down and tried the 40 down at British and that's too wet, so they're moving up to try the strips to see if that's any drier. We're taking the wagon down, and if we can run, we'll come back up and get everything set up. But for now, they're just kind of doing a test run to see if anything's gonna be able to go. So we just went and got our moisture rechecked on the corn and went and tried using somebody else's, and according to their tester, the corn is yielding 21.9, which is low enough to put into the bin. Adjusted our moisture tester to hopefully be reading a little bit more accurately now, and according to that, the corn's running 21.9, and I checked the moisture in the Sioux cup bin that we had transferred over from the Sioux after we dried it down, and we've actually got the AgroDry Bullseye system running in that one to help lower the moisture down. And before we adjusted it, on top the corn was reading anywhere between 15 and 16, and I didn't check it after we adjusted the bias on our tester, but I took a sample out of the bottom which was reading 18.5%, and now it's reading 16. So I adjusted the AgroDry Bullseye system to hopefully help get us down to that 15% range. What that does is it only runs the fan on that bin when outside conditions allow for the corn to actually be drying down the bin. Whereas if you let it run constantly, outdoor conditions can change, and in the right circumstances can actually shove moisture back into the bin, which is where the AgroDry system comes in handy, because if it starts raining, if the humidity gets too high, it'll shut that down until the conditions allow, and in theory should allow you to dry down the moisture faster and more economically by monitoring those conditions. And over the past few years, it seems to be working pretty good. But for the most part, since we've been drying the corn down in the SU bin and then transferring it over to the Sukup, mostly the AgroDry system we've just been using for to just maintain the status inside the bin to prevent the moisture from going out of range, or to prevent any heating, because it's actually got 6 temperature sensors inside the bin to help monitor the condition of that grain. There's a little more incentive to harvest the 41st on this farm so that we can get the cows out here to help hopefully get them by a little bit longer and reduce a little bit of our feed usage, so that way we can hopefully make it through the winter a little bit easier without having to worry so much about how much feed we have left. This year was tough all the way around, from not being able to dry the crops down to not having enough hay. So the sooner we can get the cows out here, the better. Brittany brought us lunch, and now I gotta stare at this guy. what's doing it. He's heading back to the farm without a load. That's extremely suspicious that that happened literally twice the same day. Same side, everything. Extremely, extremely weird. But I don't know what would cause it. Travis said they're used tires, so they're dry rotted and all, so not really that surprising. We loaded the blown wagon tires into the truck and took them over to Tandem Tire tonight so that hopefully first thing in the morning we can get back in business. The last I knew, they had plenty of those tires laying around over there, although the parking lot was looking kind of empty. They might have more back in the shed or wherever they store them. The last I knew, those were used dump truck steering tires. So hopefully, provided that they have the tires laying around, we should be back in business first thing in the morning. And we did get a late start today because we were unsure of the moisture, if we could put it in the bin and actually dry it down effectively. Once it gets above 22%, things get kind of hairy. And after we double checked the moisture, turns out that we could throw it in the bin. We managed to get out 10 loads, which equates to roughly 5,000 bushels worth. So hopefully, provided things go smoothly tomorrow, we should be able to finish the 40. So that'll be in our next video. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other ones. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.